Welcome my dear students. Today we will revise the geometry in second term in grade 7. As a first, let's solve some exercises. Number 1, complete. The square is a rectangle in which what? A square is a rectangle, but its all sides are equal in length. In rectangle, no, each two opposite sides are equal in length. And second difference is the diagonals in a square are perpendicular, but in rectangle are equal only. Okay? So I can say that the square is a rectangle in which all sides are equal. Okay. Number 2, ABDC is a parallelogram in which measure of angle A equals 60. Then measure of angle B equals what? Okay, let's draw this parallelogram. A, B, we have ABDC, DC. Measure of angle A equals 60. So measure of angle B equals what? A and B are two consecutive angles, their sum must be 180. So measure of angle B equals 180 minus 60 equals 120. Number 3, the sum of measure of angles of the quadrilateral equals what? Quadrilateral, it has 4 sides. So we have the rule to find the sum of measure of all interior angles, n minus 2 times 180. N minus 2, n is number of sides. So 4 minus 2 equals 2. 2 times 180 equals 360. Number 4, the ray drawn parallel to one side of triangle and passing through the midpoint of another side, like this. We have a ray parallel to side of triangle and bisect one side. It will be bisector to the third side. So bisects the third side. Okay. Number 5, the rhombus is parallelogram in which the difference between rhombus and parallelogram that all sides in rhombus are equal, but in parallelogram are not equal. And second difference is rhombus, its diagonals are perpendicular, but parallelogram are not perpendicular. So I will write any one of them which all sides are equal. Okay. Number 6, each two opposite angles in a parallelogram are what? Each two opposite angles, like this angle and this angle. Each two opposite angles are equal in measure. Okay. Number 7, the line segment joining between the midpoints of two sides of triangle is what? If we have line segment bisect two sides in triangle, it will be parallel to the third side and equals its half. To parallel to the third side. Number 8, the quadrilateral is a parallelogram if what? I can say that this quadrilateral is a parallelogram if each two opposite sides are parallel, or each two opposite sides are equal in length, or each two opposite angles are equal in measure, and the diagonals bisect each other. So I will choose any one if each two opposite sides are equal in length. Okay. Number 9, the parallelogram whose diagonals are perpendicular is what? any parallelogram, its diagonals are perpendicular, it will be a rhombus. Not square, because if it's a square, the diagonals must be perpendicular and equal in length. Okay, let's continue. Number 10, the measure of an interior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the measure of the other two interior angles. If we have one angle equals the sum of two angles, so this triangle will be right triangle. Sorry, right angled triangle. Okay, any triangle has at least two what interior angles. Any triangle must have at least two interior acute angles. Okay, the measure of the exterior angle of a triangle, we have a fact that the sum of measure of any exterior of all exterior angle of any quadrilateral equals 360. What about if we want to find one angle, one exterior angle? The measure of one exterior angle equals what? Equals the sum of two interior non-adjacent angles. Non-adjacent angles. How? If we have this triangle and this angle is exterior, we want to find this angle. So this angle equals what? Equals this angle plus this angle. Okay? Number 13, the parallelogram whose diagonals are perpendicular and equal in length is what? If the parallelogram, its diagonals are perpendicular and equal, it will be square. Okay? If they are perpendicular only, it will be rhombus. If it's equal only, it will be rectangle. Number 14, the sum of measures of the interior angles of hexagon equals what? He wants the sum of interior angles of hexagon. So let's apply our rules. N minus 2 times 180. So n, a number of sides of hexagon is 6. So 6 minus 2 equals 4 times 180 equals 720. Okay. Number 15, the rectangle is a parallelogram in which one of its angles is what? We can say that the rectangle is a parallelogram if one of its angles equals 90 degrees, so is right angle. Number 16, the parallelogram whose perimeter is 24. Its perimeter is 24, and the length of its side equals 7. Then the length of the adjacent side equals what? All we know that the perimeter of parallelogram equals what? Equals twice the sum of two adjacent sides. Like what? This side plus this side times 2. So its side, one of its lengths equals 7. So this is 7 and this is also 7. So I can say that 7 plus x, this side is x, it's a missing side, times 2 equals 24. And we convert it into equation. I will move to by division. So x plus 7, or 7 plus x equals 12. Now x equals 12 minus 7 equals 5. So the second length equals 5 centimeters. Okay? If ABCD is a rhombus, then what the two lines are diagonals? Let's draw this rhombus ABCD. A, B, C, and D. The two diagonals in rhombus are perpendicular. So AC perpendicular to BD. Number 18. In the parallelogram XYZL, if measure of angle X equals half measure of angle Y, X and Y are two consecutive angles, okay, and their sum must be 180. So if X equals half Y, so X equals 60 and Y equals 120. By this way, their sum equals 180 and X equals Y. So measure of angle Y equal 120. Number 19. Each of the two diagonals of what makes an angle of measure 45 with adjacent side. The diagonal bisects the angle in square only, like and rhombus, but 45 in square only, like this. Look, this whole angle equals 90. This is 45 and this is 45. So in square. Number 20, the side length of a rhombus whose perimeter is 42. And we know that the perimeter of rhombus is like the perimeter of square, length times 4. So length times 4 equals 42. Now divide 42 by 4 equals 10 and half. Okay? 21. The sum of measure of interior angles of Pentagon. Pentagon 5 sides. And the sum, I can find it by rule n minus 2 times 180. So 5 minus 2 times 180. 5 minus 2 equals 3. 3 times 180 equals 540 degree. Okay? The measure of one interior angle of regular pentagon. This pentagon is regular. That means all sides are equal in lengths, all angles are equal in measure. So the measure of each angle equals what? We said that the sum of their angles equals 540. Now let's divide this number 540 by number of angles. So 540 divided by 5. Okay? Number 23, the number of sides of regular polygon. Sorry. Now, the number of sides of regular polygon, if the measure of one of its interior angle equals 144. We have the measure of one angle of regular polygon. Okay? We want to find number of sides. We can find it by this rule. N equals 360 over 180 minus the measure of each angle, 144. Okay? 180 minus 144 equals 36. Now 360 divided by 36 equals 10. So this polygon have 10 sides. Number 24, the number of diagonals of pentagon. We can find number of diagonal by this rule. N times n minus 3 over 2. Okay, pentagon have 5 sides, so 5 times 5 minus 3 over 2. 5 minus 3 equals 2. 2 times 5 equals 10. 10 divided 2 equals 5. So pentagon has 5 diagonals. The measure of each angle of regular hexagon. Okay, by this rule. N minus 2 times 180 divided by number of sides n. Hexagon is 6, so 6 minus 2 times 180 divided by 6. Okay, 6 minus 2 equals 4. 4 times 180 equals 720. 720 divided by 6 equals what? Equals 120. Okay. Now, the sum of measures of exterior angles of triangle equals what? The sum of measure of exterior angles of any polygon equals 360. Number 28. The measure of any of its exterior angle of any quadrilateral triangle, equilateral triangle, equals what? Okay, equilateral triangle, that means all sides are equals and all angles are equals. The measure of exterior angle, okay, this is equilateral triangle, so each angle equals 60. So if you want to find the exterior angles equals what? Equals 120. Okay. Now let's solve some problems. In this figure, DA parallel to BE. Okay, BA bisects angle DBA. This side or this line bisects this angle. Okay, the measure of angle ADB equals 50 and measure of angle C equals 65. Prove that the figure ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay, we have a given that AD parallel to BC. So if I can prove that AB parallel to DC, I can prove that this figure is parallelogram. Or if I can find measure of angle A equals 65 and the measure of angle B equal measure of angle D, so this is parallelogram also. Okay, as a first, we have two parallel lines and DB is transversal for them. So angle ADB equal angle CBD, they are two alternate angles. Okay, now this angle equals 50. So I can find this angle. Yes, all of this angle is a straight angle or straight line. So the sum of its the angles on it equals 180. If this angle is 50, so this all will be 130. So this is 65 and this is 65 also. Now I have this angle EBA equals angle C, and they are as a position of the corresponding angles. So BA or AB parallel to DC. Now we have two parallel lines, two pairs of two parallel lines, AD parallel to BC and AB parallel to DC. Now I can say that ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay, exercise 2. ABC is a triangle in which D is midpoint of AB, F is midpoint of AC, E is midpoint of BC. BC equals 12, AC equals 10. Find the perimeter of quadrilateral DECF. DECF. We want to find the perimeter of this figure. Okay, as the first, since F is midpoint of AC and AC equals 10, so FC equals 5 centimeters. Okay? By the same way, BC equals 12, and E is midpoint of BC, so EC equals 6 centimeters. And we have theorem says that the line segment joining between two midpoints of two sides of triangle equals half the third side. I can say that DF equals half BC. So BDF equals 6 centimeters. By the same way, ED equals half AC, so equals 5. Now I can find the perimeter. 5 plus 5 plus 6 plus 6 equals 22 centimeters. Okay, that's for all, and thank you for watching, and goodbye.